want to share with you about 4 young men whose heart's desire was to live for God and stand strong for Him. Rather than to just tell you the story, we'll present it in a different way. To do this, I need 3 assistants. First of all, we have King Nebuchadnezzar.
Good morning. I am the most powerful king of the Babylonian Empire. My armies go all over the conquering enemy after enemy. One day we decided to attack the city of Jerusalem. We surrounded the city and over a period of time defeated all the people. One of the first things we did was to bring the best of the young men to Babylon and retrain them to work for me.
Thank you, Nebuchadnezzar. Next we have one of the young captive men, Daniel.
I was taken from my home, my family, and my friends. Once we got to Babylon, they put us into an intensive training program that lasted for 3 years. They changed our names so they sounded like the gods the Babylonians served, and the problems began when we found out that we would be eating from the king's table.
And finally, we have the steward, the person in charge of these young men.
Okay, Nebuchadnezzar commanded me to give them the best food which was easy because they ate at the king's table. I didn't think it would be a problem until I found out the one called Daniel and the 3 of his friends which were going to take a stand for their God.
Well, now we know the participants, let's get on with the story. I want the 3 of you to act out the story so we see and hear it. Mr. Steward, we'll start off with you.
The king sure is keeping you guys busy. He told me that I am to take care of you and to make sure you eat right. In fact, you guys are sitting at the king's table. Whatever you want, you can have. Just let me know and I'll get it for you.
I'm glad you said that. My friends and I would only like vegetables to eat and water to drink.
What did you say?
I said we would only like vegetables to eat and water to drink.
That's what I thought you said. What is wrong with you?
What do you mean?
You can have any food you want. Steak, prime rib, ham, you name it. You got it. But here you are asking only for vegetables. You're turning down steak for broccoli. You pass up pizza for asparagus. You take up turnips over cake and ice cream. Are you crazy?
No, I'm not crazy. My God has given us strict laws concerning what we can and can't eat. There are certain meals and foods that we are not allowed to eat at all. Other foods we can eat have been offered to idols, so I don't want to eat them and let people think I agree with that.
Okay, I like a good laugh, just like everyone else, but it's time to stop fooling around and eat your steak.
I'm not fooling around. We are serious. We are asking you to let us only eat vegetables and only drink water.
Listen, Daniel, I really like you. You seem like a good guy and all, but I can't just give you vegetables while everyone else is eating what they want.
Why not?
Because when the king looks at you and sees that you 4 are all weaker and shriveled and thinner than all the others, he is going to ask why. When he finds out I've only given you vegetables, he will kill me.
I don't want to see you killed, but I can't eat from the king's table. How about you test us for 10 days? Give us only vegetables and water for 10 days. If we appear weaker and thinner than the rest, then you will decide what you do.
Well, I guess we give that a try. You can't get too weak in only 10 days. Okay, you have a deal.
The 10 days passed, and it was time for the steward to check out Daniel and his friends.
Well, I don't believe it. After 10 days of eating just water and vegetables, you guys are stronger than all the others.
So you're satisfied then?
Yes, for the rest of the 3-year training program, you 4 will only get vegetables and water. If you change your mind, just let me know. There's a lot of food on the king's table still.
Thank you. We appreciate the offer, but we don't plan on changing our minds.
At the end of the 3 years, all the young men were brought before the king to be tested. Daniel and his 3 friends stayed true to their stand for God. They only ate vegetables and drank only water.
Daniel, what is the square root of 1,369?
I believe that would be 37, Your Majesty.
That's right. I can't believe it. You've got a perfect score. No one has ever done that well on one of my tests. I proclaim before everyone present that there is none to be found in my kingdom like these 4 young men, and they will serve before me from this point on.
Great job, everyone. The king was so impressed with Daniel and his friends that he gave them good jobs in his kingdom. Now, do you 3 understand what this play is all about?
Eating your vegetables?
Yes, I think I do. When you stand for God, He will help you even when it gets hard.
I think I've got it. It is important to choose to stand for God right now while you are young. If you wait too long, you'll probably fail when the test comes.
I think I understand now. It isn't always easy to stand for God, but He will give you the power and the honor when you do it.
There you have it, everyone. Daniel and his friends chose to stand for God even when it was hard. God was with them every step and gave them the power to stand strong even when they did want to sink their teeth into a nice juicy steak. The story happened a long time ago, but what about today? Does God still want people to stand for Him? Yes, He does. If Jesus is your forever friend, God wants you to stand strong for Him each day. If someone tries to get you to tell a lie, and you know God does not want you to, stand strong for God. If someone tries to get you to do something you know is wrong, stand strong for God. If someone makes fun of believing in Jesus and you're afraid to speak up that you believe, stand strong for God. Remember, you are not alone when you stand strong for God. He is right there with you, and He will honor you when you do.